Second-hand used Teslas, are they a good buy now at a UK car auction? Let's find out. So let's have a look at the BCA guide pricing webpage. Now this takes data from all their sales which feeds through to HPI, who then come up with the cap figure, the computerized AD pricing figure, or current auction price as some dealers say it means, but apparently it's computerized aided pricing. I'm going to look at a 2021 plate Model 3 long range all-wheel drive, and let's have a look at averages. Okay, so the average guide price is there, look, 18,650, and over the last 30 days, which is this column, with over 20 examples of 20 actual Model 3 21 plate long range all-wheel drives that went through a sale over the last 30 days, with an average miles of 53,000 miles. So you might have had some with 40, you might have had some with 60, but the average has been 53,000 miles. The average price has been 19,788, which is over £1,000 over what the guide price said. And in the last 7 days, which is this column, the last 20 vehicles with an average miles of 53,000 miles, the average price has been £19,618. So we're looking at what, £70–80 less in the last 7 days. So not a massive drop in values at auction. Let's just have a look at a slightly older car, 2020 Model 3 long range all-wheel drive. Average 17,150. Over the last 30 days, average miles of 51,000 miles. 20 cars had an average hammer price of £17,817. Over the last 7 days, the last 20 cars with an average miles of 46,000 miles, so what's that, 5,000 miles less on average, it's been 18,391. So whichever way you look at it, looking at this column along here, the middle one there I'm trying to highlight, guide price was 17.1, last 13 days it's been 17.8, last 7 days it's been 18.3. Don't see a massive drop off in values due to what Mr. Musk is or isn't doing. So there you go. That's some idea of what prices are doing for the Tesla Model 3. So let's have a look at some of the Teslas that are going through showroom today. The time of recording is a couple of days before, so there might be more added, but it's showing 18 Model 3s and Model Ys going through showroom this week. So let's just have a look at a couple of examples. Here's a Model 3 long range all-wheel drive in the beautiful blue on a 70 plate, grade 4. What does that mean? Let's have a quick look. Guide price first of all, cap clean 16,050, cap average 14,700, and Auto Trader retail, just to give you an idea, the retail value would be 17,721. Basically it's a grade 4. Looks nice in the blue. Things to be aware of is this is what we call a Fremont car, so it didn't have the octavalve heat pump system, which is really efficient, and not having the door cappings on there means it's Fremont built, not built in Shanghai, so it hasn't got the heat pump. Still cracking value for money. You can have a good look at the pictures. So there is a car mat in there that looks quite heavily worn, so you probably need some new mats, and you get all the details and all the pictures that you can look at. Just looking at the condition report, why is it a grade 4? First off, you've got all the details there. There's a miles, there's just one key. Oh, there's a master key, so there are probably 2 keys. If there's a master key, spare key, no, so just one key card then. All 5 Michelin tyres, with the rears being at 6mm and the fronts being at 5. Everything is average on the condition of the interior. There's a type 2 and a 3-pin cable, and then you've got the beauty shots which you see on there, which you can obviously download, and then the condition report. So you've got door, near side rear, scratched over 25mm through the paint. You've got to refinish it, so it might be a repaint or a polish or repair, etc. The worst appears to be some scratches to the bumpers there, and yeah, so you get an idea. You can look at, oh there you go, carpet's front hold over 3mm. That is the actual carpet. Yeah, I can't, yeah, so that's not an overmat, that is the actual carpet. So just bear that in mind when you're bidding on this car and bid accordingly. So there you go, that's the condition report. That's why this is a grade 4. So let's now have a look at a Model Y, also in blue with a white interior, because that's my favourite at the minute, although Mrs. P quite likes the grey one. But this is just to have a quick look at something that is grade 2, 23 plate, dual motor. Quite like this. It's got the 20-inch rims on, which I don't particularly like because it's not as efficient as the 19s. Again, this is Shanghai built because you've got a piece of capping there. So this will have, as do all Model Ys, the more efficient octavalve heat pump. Yeah, just 11,000 miles. This is from Zenith Vehicle Contract, so it's ex-lease, just been returned. Cap clean 29,650, cap average 28,350, and retail at 34. Let's just have a quick look at the report. It's grade 2. There are 2 keys. Again, 5 Michelin tyres all round, all at 5mm. 5 tyres? 4 tyres, all at 5mm. Carpets, upholstery, all average, both cables, interior beauty shots, and then you've got pictures of the damage. So you've got a chipped door offside front, 1 to 5, smart repair. So just tiny little chips there, so you know exactly what you're getting, and multiple chips on the bonnet, and the biggest is the curb rash on all the alloys because they're 20s, and those aero type alloy wheels are notorious for getting curbed. And seat base cover or side front, excuse me, driver's seat. These white seats clean up really easily because they're just vegan leather, so that wouldn't bother me at all. And again, just a detail of any repairs that need doing to make it retail ready. So that is the condition report on this 23 plate Model Y long range. Being August 2023 registered, this is obviously under warranty for 4 years or 60,000 miles, I think. So what's that? August 2027 it's under warranty with Tesla. So if anything doesn't work, which is highly unusual, just throw it back at Tesla and they will fix it. Road tax, I still get asked lots of questions about road tax. Because it's registered before the 1st of April 2025, the road tax on this moving forward will be £195 per year to tax it after the 1st of April 2025. It will not be subject to the luxury car supplement or the luxury car tax, because originally this was over £40,000 brand new. So yeah, there's just a quick overview of just some of the, where are we, 18 Teslas that are going through the sale on Thursday. Let's jump to that now. So here we go then, folks. First one through today, just the Tesla only I'm going to pick out today. 70 plate, Model 3, long range, all from Zenith Vehicle Contracts, 54,000 miles. Cap average is 14.6. Cables there. This is a Fremont built car, so it hasn't got the heat pump, and you can see the wooden cappings are missing from the front driver's door. There we go. So where are we going to see this then? 14.4, 14.3, 14.4. Cap average is 14.6. It's a grade 4. And the ones I had a look at are coming up later on, the ones I did an in-depth view on the condition. This is 14.4, £200 below cap, provisional. There we go, Tesla Model 3, long range. If you're wondering where I am, folks, I'm in a McDonald's car park just outside Le Mans. There you go. That's what you'd like to know. 71 plate in the grey, long range, 20,000 miles, grade 3, £19,050. And being a 71 plate, always got the white interior. See the wooden door cappings there? Well, they're not wooden, they're the white cappings. That means it's Shanghai built. Yeah, nice looking car. Love it in the grey and the white leather. That's just my preference. 18.9 it's up to. Cap average is 19,050. Grade 3. 19.1. It's over cap average. I think you can go for a little bit more because of the great colour and the great interior. 19.3. There you go. Looks nice, doesn't it? Sold 19.3. Nice. Tesla Model Y, long range, 22 plates, all-wheel drive, of course, 7,000 miles. At grade 1, folks, out the box, goes straight on somebody's pitch. In the fridge, obligatory fridge white. Yeah, not the best colour. I don't like the wooden trim, but that's just my view. Anyway, £27,250 is the average price. It's up to, I've got a whole bidder and an online bidder. It's up to 27.3. Now, is it going to go provisional? Right, 27.3 provisional. That'll be a phone call. Tesla Model 3, long range, 71 plate, 41,000 miles, grade 3, £17,000. I can see a scuff on the front bumper. Is the £17,000 is the cap average price, and I think this is going to be a Shanghai built car. So this has got the 𝐷𝐿, the heat pump, which makes it that bit faster to heat up and more efficient. Both cables are there. Again, you would have had a look at the condition before you wanted to bid, but it needs a bit of paint. 17,000 up to 16.8, 16.9. Have a quick look at the images. 17. 41,000 miles. It's a lot of car for £17,000, isn't it? Really is. And these do wear the miles very well. Sold 17,100. Nice. Lot 333. Model 3 long range all-wheel drive. 20,000 miles on a 71 plate. Grade 3. 19,150 is the guide price. This is Shanghai built. Yeah, so again, you would have had a look at all the condition reports before you decide to bid. And we've had a look at 2 condition reports on 2 vehicles that are coming up, a Model 3 and a Model Y. So 19,250, £100 over average pricing. See, still no great drop off because of the Elon effect. Sold 19,250. Here's a Model Y in a beautiful grey, long range, 22 plate, 32,000 miles, grade 2. Cap average 24.6. These are looking such good value now, aren't they, folks? They really, really are. It's such a, well, it's the world's most popular car, let alone EV, the Model Y. Shortly to be, well, you know, superseded by the revised one, so I can see a dip in prices on these, and that is sort of showing, isn't it? 22 plates up to 23.8. This isn't because of the Elon effects, because there's a new model. That happens with all cars when there's a new model coming out. 24.2. God, that looks value, doesn't it? This is registered March, so it hasn't got the revised suspension setting. So the later ones had slightly, and I mean slightly, softer suspension and a parcel shelf in the ones registered. I think it's after May 2022, and this is registered March. So yeah, still good value though. 24.7, £100 over average. Sold 24,700 for a Tesla Model Y. That was a bit of value. So we go Model 3 standard range on a 21 plate. This will have the LFP battery in and also the heat pump. LFP battery being a little bit more longer lasting than the normal lithium ion. Anyway, 13.4 is the average price. 13.1. What's it got on it? 52,000 miles on a 21 plate, standard range, grade 4. That's still great value, isn't it? 52,000 miles. 13.2, just under cap average. It's a grade 4. Didn't have a look at this, but it, you know, by all accounts needs a bit of work. Cover the wheels. Oh, we've got there stone chips. Oh, grace the front bumper. There you go. Provisional 13.2. That'll be a phone call. Model 3, long range all-wheel drive, 70 plate. This will be a Fremont built car without the heat pump, 36,000 miles, grade 3, 16.2. If you want to know what the costs are, the auction costs on top, stay to the end of the video because I'll explain everything there on showrooms fees for you as a member of the public if you were to physically stand in the hall and want to bid and buy, which you can do. So that's at the end of the video, so hang on for that. 16.2, it's cap average, it's grade 3, Fremont built, so it hasn't got the heat pump. 16.6, it doesn't mean it's not as good a car, it just means it hasn't got that item fitting, it's slightly less efficient. 16.7, £500 folks, over the average price for a white long range Model 3, grade 3. 16.9. So you've got an online bidder and a bidder in the hall. Sold 16.9, way over its average guide price. Model 3 long range, 21 plate, 40,000 miles, in the black, 16,850, grade 3. This will be Shanghai built. There we go, bit of wood on the front doors. 16.6. That's a bit of value, isn't it? 40,000 miles, 16.9. That's £100 now, £150 over the average price, which is 16,850. It's a grade 3. And black tends to be quite a soft paint on Teslas for some reason, so it probably needs quite a bit of paint work. 17.6. So it's £800 over, sold 17.6. Model Y, long range, 24 plate, 10,000 miles. In the black, grade 2. Cap average is 29,850. Don't forget, folks, these I've got 4-year bumper to bumper warranty on these. So if there was any issue at all, it will be covered. Cap average is 29,850. It's up to 29. Grade 2. Again, it's because it's black. It probably shows up every mark and chip. It's got the parcel shelf in because it was post March 2022. Because that's when they added the parcel shelf and softened the suspension a little. 29.6, 29.7. It's nearly at cap average. Is Mr. Zenith going to let this go? 29.8, just £50 behind average. 30. Cat clean is 31. Oh, there's one of the chips. Scuff. All curbed to the alloys. Wow, she's fetching strong money because it's, you know, it's not forecourt ready, even though it's nice low miles. Yeah, it's just showing a few marks, isn't it, everywhere. 30,007. Surely you'll let this go. 31. Cap clean is 31.1. Certainly not clean, is it? Must be the plate and the miles. Sold £31,000. That was a bit of Tesla value. Model 3. Long range on a 70 plate. This will be Fremont built. 52,000 miles, 14,750. Long range, don't forget. Yeah, that's the Fremont built one. I had a look at this one, didn't I? Yeah, in the description, it's got holes in the carpets. Needs a bit of work. Grade 4, 14.6. Cap average is 14.7. Set of fresh carpet mats will cover that up. Is that going to be sold? Sold 14.6. Nice. Right, this is the other Tesla we looked at, Model Y, in the beautiful blue with the white interior. 11,000 miles on a 23 plate. We looked at the condition of this, didn't we? Grade 2. It's got some scuffs to those 21-inch wheels, which are not my favourite. The 19s are more efficient. It's all about efficiency when you become a geek. 28,350 is average. It's up to 28,4, 28,5. These great value for money. Look really nice with the white interior. There you go. I'm just going to say it. Mrs. P would prefer the grey. I quite like the blue still. She's shaking her head in disgust. 28,8. He's going to let this go. I'm sure he is. It's £500 over average. Is that gone? 28,8. Oh, that was cheap. Model 3 long range 71 plate. This will be a Shanghai built car in the grey. Grade 3. Yeah. Again, you'll look to the condition report. 18,950 is the average price. Is up to 19,2, 19,3. Cap clean out the box, so to speak, is 20,300. So £1,000 behind out the box, but it's a grade 3. Sold 19,300. Model Y long range on a 23 plate, 34,000 miles, grade 3, in the obligatory fridge white. So it's got a slightly smaller battery than the long range. No, sorry, it's the long range all-wheel drive. I keep thinking about the long range rear-wheel drive, which is what I would like to buy come October when they've been out a year. Anyway, 25,500. Cap average is 25,550. This is a bit of value. So around 240, 230 mile range, which is more than adequate for most folks. Still the 4-year warranty remaining on these for peace of mind, but you know, what a cracking car for 25,300, just £200 below the average price. Is he going to let this go? Mr. Zenith, grade 3. Heat pump on these. These have got the blade battery as well, the BYD LFP battery. Yeah, a few scuffs, a few marks. Sold 25,400. Nice. Right then, last one today. 71 plate, standard range, Model 3 in fridge white. This will be Shanghai built, so this will have the octavalve heat pump and also the LFP battery. 15.6, 31,000 miles. Cap average is 15.4, 15.9. See, we're getting to that price point, folks, where there's a lot of people with just under 20 grand to spend. And, you know, under 20 grand for a really good spec performing electric vehicle in the form of a Model 3. 16.1. Obviously prices have been pushed down because of the new model as well. Anyway, sold 16.1. So what do I think to today's sale? Some absolute bargains in there. Now you can look up what these are retailing for on Tesla's own website or any of the websites or dealers you'll find on Auto Trader. So there are some real bargains to be had. Now the ups and downs of Tesla probably largely accountable to Mr. Musk. Now, whatever he chooses to do and say doesn't particularly bother me, because he is one man in a group of over 100,000 people, employees that work at Tesla, and hundreds of engineers and software engineers and hardware engineers. So it's not just one man. So, you know, if you're in the market for a very good electric vehicle that is really pushing the boundaries of electrification today, then look no further than a Tesla. And look no further than perhaps possibly buying one from Showroom Auctions. I get nothing for saying this from Showroom, but if you want to go down there in person and bid and buy and drive it away, then watch the end of this video and you'll find out exactly how much the fees will be for you as a member of the public. But for this week, just specialising in Tesla, I hope you found that useful. And watch the next bit, because I can tell you how much the fees were. But until then, see you next time. So what are the costs of buying from Showroom Auctions? Well, just have a look at their website. On their buying page, you get this buying guide. So whether trade or private, you can buy from Shoreham Auctions. Now there's a buyer's guide there you can click on and download, which basically explains what is below as well. So if you buy as a private individual, £500 deposits required or bank transfer, ID, blah, 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 and you have to pay by 4 p.m. the following day unless agreed otherwise. Details there about being a trade buyer, but buying privately. Auctions can be intimidating to the uninitiated, but you've all been watching my videos, so you'll be okay with that, won't you? So here's some of the rules. Understand the terms and conditions, decide which vehicle you need, check prices before you visit, register your interest to buy requires a £500 deposit, and everything else is explained there. So some of the things to look for, but again, if you know what you're after, you know, it's just stating the obvious. So if this is the vehicle for you, place yourself clearly in view of the auctioneer and wait for him to open the bidding. Listen carefully. If you feel the price is right, raise your hand to bid, and once the auctioneer's caught your eye, he'll keep looking at you. If you win, go straight to the rostrum. Again, this is just for bidding in person. You can't do it online as a private individual. And go to the pay office and pay. Now here are the fees. So it's basically a buyer's fee of 10% of the sale price with a minimum of £125 and a maximum of £750 plus VAT, which includes the indemnity cost as well. Plus there's a £12.50 admin fee for the V5. And again, before you leave Shoreham with the car, it's your responsibility to make sure it's roadworthy, check the tyres, etc., and also tax and insure it.